game number 1 of our opening best of 3. This is, of course, coming in to the red Protoss player in the bottom right corner. What team does he represent? I don't actually remember. It's either going to be Spectre or Dust Gaming, depending on if Team Liquid or Liquipedia's line. He is aCtive.
And his opponent is going to be up in the top left-hand corner, playing in the prettiest color. He is looking absolutely stunning. It is StuN. Of course, representing SBinu.
I'm always interested when the Kespa players are playing in non-Kespa events, because for a while, I know some of the smaller events definitely had trouble getting some of those Kespa pros actually signed up and participating. In this particular case, I mean, I'm assuming that if he's on SBinu, he's probably a pro. He's just probably not a particularly well-paid pro in comparison to some of the others.
Yeah, perhaps more. I mean, from my impression of how the Korean team leagues works, a lot of it is a lot of the lower kind of rank players are more subsidized, so that he'll be in the team house maybe and be like getting his free food, but not necessarily actually getting paid much, if anything. But it's a great way to start, and obviously it produces great results because Koreans are, newsflash, pretty dominant in the SC2 scene. But yeah, here we see a couple interesting choices already coming out. aCtive sending his probe over far to the left-hand side. Looks like he's going to be proxying a Stargate, and we'll see the pylon come down in just a second. But of course, StuN, he will see 2 pylons here, actually. There's the third pylon. And I don't know whether StuN's actually going to realize that the third pylon is the one being used for the proxy, and because it's not like it went down like about the same time as StuN left the base. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's totally feasible. Yeah, it's totally feasible that StuN doesn't connect those dots, but at the same time, he's probably played against a proxy Stargate a time or two in a PvP, and in this particular case, nothing's actually been thrown down yet. So
it's actually a proxy Twilight Council.
Well, that's the thing, is the Twilight. Yeah. So I guess it's Dark Shrine.
Dark Shrine. This is actually really quite bad for StuN because, I mean, like myself, I think he's assumed proxy Stargate and has opened up Phoenixes because with his own Stargate in base, Phoenixes are the best counter to an Oracle you can possibly wish for. So the problem is, if StuN, maybe he wanted to open up his own Oracle to try and get some damage done, but has gone Phoenixes in case there is an Oracle coming out of aCtive. But now, with the Dark Shrine out, there's going to be no detection now. This Robo on the way is great for aCtive. It's exactly what he'll need to actually be able to counter the Dark Templar.
It will be coming up in just a while. It's approximately the same time to completion as the Dark Shrine. And for now, aCtive doesn't have a proxy pylon that's particularly close to his opponent. He does still have that probe out on the map. And the Phoenix are going to be stepping forward. They're like, all right, Oracle should have come in if it was proxy something. And I guess he's just going to be going for the scout, which he should be able to get a pretty good idea of what's going on. Hopefully, if he doesn't miscontrol, he won't die to the Stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenixes are pretty tanky against Stalkers. It takes, I think, 16 shots for a Phoenix to kill a Stalker, assuming the same upgrades, basically. And, yeah, so they can certainly run and fly around. Photon Overcharge does go down. It's going to strip all the shields away on that Phoenix, but they do find the probe down at the natural and successfully managed to take it out. StuN, of course, has pylon block the natural base, so it's going to be a little more difficult for aCtive to take. aCtive, though, his Dark Shrine's finished, and he's getting ready to open some TTs. 2 of them coming out. However, StuN is actually going for an Immortal first out of that robotic facility, looks like. With those sentries on the ramp, though, he is well poised. If he's paying attention, Threat and Force Field. He's just selected them.
Oh, yes!
Perfectly timed.
Very nice. So he's going to be safe from that. Will be probably forced to cancel this Nexus, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't know. Well, let's see. The Observer is still 20 seconds away. He might have an opportunity to save this. It's going to be close either which way, but the Observer may pop out just in time, and this could be a case of he's like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that I've got this. Nexus going to be going down by aCtive, and also he's going to be adding on that blink. There's the cancel. Not quite able to get there in time with the Observer.
It's close, just a few seconds away. To be honest, even if he'd even just cancelled that Immortal, he might have been able to save his Nexus, but little bit greedy going for it. It's still a close thing either way, so I don't know. Maybe he made the right call. Maybe he should have gone for Observer first. If he did suspect that proxy, if he did suspect that there was a proxy barrel on the map, of course, when he did scout aCtive's base, he did it. He left the base as the third pylon proxied, went down. So, I don't know. Either way, these two, yep, there we go. These two DTs can now form into an Archon, make a nice kind of foil to those Phoenixes. Phoenix is, of course, completely unable to lift off massive units. There's only two of them, so Stalkers do alright anyway, but it's just, Archons are good units all round against just about everything.
Once we get towards the more, potential Zealot, Stalker, Archon, maybe even Immortal composition, we'll have to see how many of each units both players do like to commit to, because in some cases, if you're able to get out those Archon numbers nice and early, or able to beef up your Archon numbers, you can really shred through the Zealots and get on top of the more important units. And then in other cases, you just get shredded from far away. So there's a number of ways that this can play out, of course, depending on that positioning. And Blink, of course, going to be significantly faster for aCtive, but I'm not sure if he's actually going to be moving out to make good use of that Blink all that soon.
Yeah, and he's done pretty well, actually, at picking off these probes. Surprisingly, given that he's only got 2 Phoenixes, there's 6 kills between them. So he's actually done a pretty nice little job, and I'm pretty sure, all 6 of those are probes. So, yeah, he's been doing great with his control. Only now actually taking hull damage on the Phoenixes, and doesn't even lose it.
Escapes with 20 HP, going to be able to regen those shields. +1 attack going to be coming out for both players as well. And StuN, well, no, he's just moving out across the map with a Zealot. I thought maybe it would have been a probe, but no, the probe is in the north. He's going to be looking to move out for those proxy pylons. I do believe you are muted.
But that is all better.
There we go.
I needed to cough and didn't think the stream wanted to hear that, but then forgot that I was done coughing, as is often the case. But yeah, down the bottom left we got the Dark Shrine, and StuN, despite sending a little Zeal out to look for it, hasn't found it yet. These 2 hallucinated Phoenix do see the army moving out, but aren't going to get any scouting information. Well, I mean, that's really all you need to see at the minute. It's the urgent, ooh, this is bad. But it shouldn't be too possible to get a huge amount of damage done. Although these Phoenixes can come in and lift up the Immortals, which are the big damage dealers here. So yeah, we'll see 1, 2 go down, and this gives a few seconds for StuN to actually be doing a lot of damage to the army. No answer. The Phoenixes are being closed down, and yeah, the Immortals go down, go back up again. But one of them's already actually gone down. A third Immortal coming in as reinforcements. But still, oh no, one Immortal just barely survives, but there's still 2 here for StuN.
The Blink up onto that high ground, the Phoenix providing the vision to kill off that last Immortal. Photon Overcharge is wonderful, but it's not quite enough to stand up against this many Stalkers and this many Immortals with no real support from aCtive. Another Stalker getting lifted and destroyed, as now the Warp Gate's going to be under fire, and of course, you know what? Reinforcements coming in for StuN could be enough to finish this off.
Yeah, aCtive gets his army sandwiched here. The Blink isn't enough, and GG. StuN takes game 1. Hello everyone, welcome back to Coda. And up here in the top left we have our blue Protoss player, currently down 1-0. It is Team Spectres aCtive.
Perhaps he stunned you in that last game with his 1-0, but coming into this game number 2, representing Spenu, this is StuN. You made a terrible StuN pun last game, so I figured I had to do one as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough.
Oh, I thought you were just going to leave it at, yeah, I mean, you just like die, your sentence just dies right there. You're like, I'm kind of ashamed.
You mean, as though I've been...
Oh my. Oh my.
Shocked?
Yeah, just like that. What a great game we have here. It'll surely be exciting in so many ways and filled with terrible, terrible puns.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But yeah, okay. I don't know. StuN's just scouting. I was wondering if StuN was going to run out a proxy probe to the bottom left-hand corner, like aCtive did in the last game, actually. But no, he is not. He's going to have it out going across the map to actually have a look into the opponent's base, while aCtive has a look into StuN's, and what he sees is a pretty normal build. In fact, they're almost exactly mirrored, save for a single zealot.
Very standard openers, all things considered. It was like 13 gate, double gas, and then 18 cyber core. So about as standard as you can get for these two guys. As you did mention that zealot being added on for StuN. I'm not sure if it's purely because he expects something sneaky, which may end up happening just due to the position of aCtive's probe. And of course, StuN, he's got his probe on the other side of the map. He's like, all right, pylon number 3 will be coming down here pretty soon. Where do you decide to place it? Because, of course, if pylon number 3 is missing, then sometimes that can be indicative that something else is missing.
Yes, indeedy. Or something is on the way, at least. But StuN does get driven away by that mothership core. So far, there's just a proxy probe that was pointed out, which is actually on the move now. For aCtive, ready and waiting should he need it. And of course, that Twilight Council in his main base is just above the cyber core there. And yeah, we're going to see some blink coming out most likely. But StuN has elected for the Stargate up in the top of his base. Now, this normally, like, people say, oh, well, Twilight counters Stargate, blah, blah, blah. But
do people say that, really?
I mean, yeah, it's generally Twilight counters Stargate. Or that was the whole kind of rock, paper, scissors in Winged Liberty that's got mashed up a little bit in Hearthstone. Twilight counters Stargate, Stargate counters Robo counters Twilight. But, yeah, usually it's because you're getting a lot of Stalkers, which shoot up. If you're going Twilight because you're going Blink, or you're going DTs and Stargate actually doesn't have to take. It was weird. It's weird. But either way, the Oracle comes in. There are 2 Stalkers and a Photon Overcharge, so it gets 1 kill and then has to leave. So not the best result here for StuN. Although the Oracle does survive and he can, continue to harass, keep the threat up, force aCtive to actually keep these Stalkers at home. Most importantly, actually, the Oracle doesn't get far enough in to see that Twilight Council. So he really has very little information here about the fact that a 4-gate Blink build is coming his way.
He did, I believe, see most... Yeah, okay, well, he saw at least 2 of the gateways going to be warping in. Now, the second Oracle joins up with that first Oracle. Of course, they want to wait until that, Photon Overcharge expires, but there's going to be another pylon block coming down. I believe it was actually the reverse pylon block in the last game. Oracle's going to be coming in. They get a couple of probe kills. Very nice moving in here. 3 kills on one of the Oracles, and it does manage to escape. In total, 9 probes have gone down throughout this game. So 1... Picks up another probe kill. Why the heck not? And StuN nearly loses his mothership core.
Yeah, very, very close there. Most importantly, he has actually had to use 100 energy on that mothership core. It's just still going to escape. But yeah, that is 1 less Photon Overcharge that he'll have when this attack does come from aCtive. And yeah, the Stalker's actually moving out, or just 1 Stalker being left in the middle line of aCtive isn't really enough to fend off an Oracle usually, although this one is actually on low health, so I kind of like the decision from aCtive to just leave the 1. Usually you'll lose too much if you just leave 1, but given the Oracle's already on lowish health, it'll take 5 less shots to be killed by that Stalker. And I mean, Wing Commander StuN though is actually going to be laying down quite a few probes with this. Gets 1 more and then expires. But that does mean that this 1 Stalker can make his way across the map. The 1 Stalker is quite different. However, StuN walking in 2 Zealots at his own proxy pylon is going to start putting some counter pressure on as aCtive blinks up into the base of StuN and starts putting his own pressure on. But Photon Overcharge is going to drive that away for now.
This buys quite a bit of time, and of course, Zealot's going to be hacking away on the opposite side of the map. StuN getting more and more work done. That
6
worker kills. Yeah, he's down to just that original 6, and that is not where he wants to be. This Photon Overcharge buying so much time. Wow, these probes, man. It's a massacre.
Yeah, it's not good news at all. Blink is kind of just over halfway done for StuN as well. And then when that's gone, aCtive's advantage will have been evaporated. He's down on 5 workers right now. In fact, 4. 2 sentries being warped in. One of them is actually just going to escape that zealot, but oh my god, these 2 zealots have done so much work. Absolute MVPs here. And with the photon overcharge expired, aCtive's going to move in. This has to be his last push. And StuN can pull so many probes to hold this off. He can do so much. And he's going to do great against this. Focusing down the Stalkers. GG well played. And StuN is going to take the 2-0 to advance to the winners match.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.